What's up? Danny Myers, the BarGod. URL's resolution is going down this weekend in Atlanta, Georgia. The event is sold out. Only way to see it is to get your pay-per-view. Watch battlelive.com. The event is going to be crazy. There's a whole lot of hype surrounding this card. I haven't really seen this much hype for a card in a long time. You know, and this is what battle rap needs. Like, a lot of times, a card will get announced and people will be like, that's cool, that's cool. Like this one, though, I mean, motherfuckers really, they talking about this one. You know what I'm saying? This has been a talk of battle rap for, you know, since it started. More announcements was made. It started generating hype. Now it's like at a fever pitch. So I won't be doing any predictions as far as who's going to win or lose, but I will be giving some insight into what each battler should do to ensure success. All right. So starting with Young Ill and Briz Rothstein. That's a fire battle. It's a dope battle. The whole iffy part is what everybody talking about is Young Ill. Nobody talking about Briz. They not worried about Briz because they just seen Briz, you know, battle Loso and get Loso up out of there. They seen him get Wavy up out of there, and Briz is making this thing look too easy, man. Briz is on fire, not taking nothing away from him. So now all the pressure is kind of on Young Ill. And people like, well, depend on what Young Ill we get. And that's really what all the conversations have been about. Briz, I don't think he needs to change anything for this battle. I think he just needs to keep doing what he's been doing. I liked his penmanship versus Loso. It wasn't necessarily the performance. It was, I was listening. And you know, Briz can rap. That's one thing people don't really give him a lot of credit for, but Briz Rothstein can rap. And I remember first seeing him versus Lotta Zay on Spit That Heat, and I was like, wow, he's not the most intricate writer of all time, but his rapping and the way he puts all the sequences together is something to marvel, you know what I'm saying? Marvel this weekend, BarGod, little hidden shit. Anyway, Young Ill, he been one of my favorites for a long time. The only thing is, he had that little fall off. He had little personal things going on in his life, and it kind of derailed him. If Young Ill never got derailed, he'd probably be one of the top dudes like today. Like he has his aura, his energy, his bars. He just, I hate to use that word swag, but he had swag, and Young Ill just had a lot of the elements that you need as a battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? I saw glimpses of that. And when he did the 2-on-2 with Verb versus Cortez and Math Hoffa, walk up and give Math the Final Four, it's tournament time. Like, Ill always had bars. He still got bars. I don't think in this battle it's going to be about the bars for you, Young Ill. I would hate to see Young Ill start off with a great first round and then decline. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, you can't put everything in that first round. This ain't about just winning the first round. Like, I don't want Young Ill to run out of firepower. I need Young Ill to start out fire and go up, not go down. You know what I'm saying? We need to see an incline, not decline in your rounds, Young Ill. Start off with pressure, keep the pressure on, keep the bars coming. Every round. Don't take a round off. You cannot afford to take a round off versus Briz, who's on a big stage. He's been on that big stage. He's been battle tested. I think that's the key for Young Ill to win this battle, is just to be good every round. Don't take a round off. Briz Rothstein, just keep doing what you was doing versus Wavy or Loso, and you'll be in good hands. Chef Trez and Shotgun Suge. Shotgun Suge he's kind of built a reputation as like a gatekeeper. Like, when the new guys start to get a buzz, he is the roadblock, and he shut all that talk down. You know what I'm saying? And I seen him do it versus the bro Glue Easy. I seen him do it versus T-Top. I seen him. Damn, man, listen. Anytime you want to know where you really at, and you like got your foot in this game, and you gain the momentum, and you want to know where you really at, battle Shotgun Suge. Suge gonna let you know where you at, and this is the perfect battle for Chef Trez to really test. I mean, he barred it out with me He survived that. He went in there. He showed his depth in his pen with Loso. He's showing that he has grown as a writer and not so much relying on the three of them things and rebuttals. He's showing you that he can win battles with his pen, that he can actually write. And the interesting thing about this battle is that Suge is talking that street stuff, but Chef Trez talks that street stuff too. So it's not like Suge got an advantage in that department. What Suge does well is he definitely knows how to work that stage. And another example of Suge being a roadblock, Av had a lot of hype, you know, on him, and Suge does the jackhammer move, and that's pretty much the one moment we remember from that battle is when he does I do construction work on Av with a jackhammer. Crowd goes crazy, and that's a big stage moment. Suge will need to have that type of moment, probably 2 or 3 or 4 of them versus Chef Trez. Chef Trez has the home field advantage, being that this is his first battle at home, Georgia, on URL. This is his first battle on URL at home, I believe so. And Chef Trez is gonna have to match Suge's energy. So they be complaining about Trez rapping lazy, and yeah, Trez got bars, but he lazy. Trez, you know that this is a battle where Suge is coming with the pocket check. He's coming with the dunk. Do not, don't be intimidated by that. Don't let none of that pressure get to you. Be you. Be yourself. Like, because Trez in real life is really with all the smoke. So it ain't gonna be no little boying going on here. Ain't gonna be no punking. So Trez, you gotta just I don't know if Trez can look like the alpha on stage. I don't know if you can look like the aggressor. Obviously, that's gonna be Suge. Trez, this is gonna be a game where you gotta play extremely high-level defense and not let nothing Suge does affect you, and continue to bar him out. Suge, what you need to do is have those moments that you had versus Av and Louisi and T-Top. Man, I wouldn't rely on the pocket check if I were you, Suge. So that's what y'all need to do to win this battle. Moving forward, John versus New Jersey Twerk. Twerk is amazing. What can we say? When Twerk is on, he's on. When he's on, he's electrifying. He's rocked the small room. He's rocked the big stage. Twerk is almost one of the better examples you can have as a battle rapper. There's still things that he needs to work on. You can't like hit a dry spot and then be like Jersey. You can't choke. This ain't the battle to choke. This ain't the time to Jersey. This isn't the battle to have one of those performance haymaker moments and it doesn't hit, and then you be like, oh, y'all ain't fucking with me. Oh, y'all hating. This ain't the battle for that, Twerk. Let's keep your emotions in check in this battle, and you should do well. John has moved into a master strategist category. He was always getting flack about stealing bars. Oh, John's just a thief. And nobody respected John's bars. He went in there with Hitman Hollow Summer Madness 2, held his own as a rookie, debatably won the battle. Even just to make it debatable with Hitman as a rookie, it was an amazing feat. He's went on to beat Pat Stay. John went on to beat Rum Nitty. John is really slept on as a strategist. He's a strategic writer. He knows how to, he's getting into the master angler category. John, for this battle, I don't think you need to punch it out with New Jersey Twerk or try to show that your pen is as intricate or deeper than New Jersey Twerk's. I don't think this is the battle that you need to do that. I think this is the battle where you need to show them why you are not to be fucked with. Why? Because you are smarter than them. You have to outsmart New Jersey Twerk. You're not going to out-energy him. You're not going to out-tough him. You're not going to out-bar him. I think you just got to outsmart him, and I believe you can do that. And if you do that, you got this battle wrapped up. We're going to move on to Rum Nitty and T-Top. Very, 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 very interesting battle. This is got classic potential in this one. For me, as of right now, I got John and Twerk as battle of night. That's my personal prediction. But Rum Nitty and T-Top could very well take that battle tonight spot. This is a classic case of bars versus angles. I'm not sure if this is a battle where T-Top want to prove to everybody that he has bars. He does have bars. I've seen him do it in his PG versus City Towers. I've seen T-Top in his tryout battle versus my homeboy Juice on the UW Battle League when I first ever seen T-Top. So I know you can rap. I know you got bars. But what T-Top gets a lot of credit for is ability to be an angler and to take old angles on somebody and make them new again. He did it masterfully versus Big K. T-Top can joke. His believability is there. But then when we move on to Rum Nitty is known as probably the best puncher in battle rap. You know what I'm saying? And Rum Nitty, I don't think this is the battle where you just gotta once again prove you're the best puncher, because just only punching probably won't work with T-Top in this setting. The big stage, big crowd, I don't think, and it's in the South, so he kind of got like more of a home field advantage to you, even though he's not from Georgia. But at the same time, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So it's kind of like a toss-up in terms of approach and in terms of strategy. I tell you all the time, battles are won before a single bar is wrote. Battles are won or lost before a single bar is spit. Battles are always determined on what strategy a battle rapper takes going into the battle. If you can have the best bars, but if it's the wrong strategy, you can still lose that battle. So what I'm saying is, Rum Nitty took a chance versus Tay Rock, and he tried to put an angle in there in his rounds, and this is something that he was being criticized for. It's crazy because he was being criticized for not using angles and only punching, and then once he brought in an angle, it probably was the wrong angle, but he brought in an angle, it backfired on him, and people try to take that battle away from Rum Nitty versus Tay Rock because he used the angle and it backfired. Now, is this another battle where you try to do angles and try to do something else? It's kind of 50-50, but I think you should. I think you should try something else aside from the punching. And I've seen it. I've seen you do different things. I've seen you have jokes. I've seen you have angles versus New Jersey Twerk. Hey, Smack, stop playing. Drop that Rum Nitty and Twerk battle. Even if y'all only got to drop, 2 rounds or edit it out. Just drop that, because it was bars from both sides. That's crazy. It hasn't dropped yet. T-Top, this ain't the battle, even though I'm telling Nitty that I think he should use angle, I don't think this is the battle where you got to prove that you got bars. And I say that because Nitty's punching power is so incredible that it kind of don't matter what you really say in terms of punchlines, it's not going to equal up to Rum Nitty is saying. So if you already know that going into the battle, then you should play it safe and just kind of do what you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. This is a very interesting battle. That's why I say it has potential to be battle of the night. What else we got on this card? K-Shine and Tay Rock. K-Shine and Tay Rock is going down. Rematch. Okay, so the first one was very close, very debatable. Even to this day, I be having different winners. It's tough to really call a winner on this battle because it's almost like a mirror match. They both have aggression. They both talk that street shit. They both have a lot of gun bars. They both performing. And one thing I will say is I will credit Tay Rock with growing as a battle rapper. I seen him try to incorporate more jokes versus Pat Stay, and I seen him starting to incorporate the performance bars. You know what I'm saying? When I say performance bars, take K-Shine versus JC, where K-Shine does the Andy, are you okay? And he kind of does the Michael Jackson moves, and he's dancing, and K-Shine is just known for that. He been doing that. K-Shine is one of the best performers in battle rap history. I mean, we can't call it no other way. You know what I'm saying? But Tay Rock is starting to incorporate that in his rounds. So when you go back to him versus Hollow the Don, he does another cut, and he does a seatbelt. Now, if he just said that bar, it'd have probably just been okay. But the fact that he gave you the visual to it, that's what made it hit. He also did it again versus Pat Stay, where he does the Kameya bar, Dragon Ball bar. Is that Dragon Ball? Yeah. So anyway, Tay Rock has shown that he's growing as a performer. Can you outperform K-Shine on the big stage? That is the question that I have. What Tay-Rock needs to do in this battle is to be very aggressive, very, very aggressive. Not to the point where y'all about to be fighting and you know, punching and grabbing hats and throwing, you know, knock his hat off his head. We ain't trying to do none of that. But you definitely want to prove that you are the man on that stage. You want to be the alpha. K-Shine, you also want to be the alpha. You also want to, I don't think you want to rely just on performance. Because, I mean, neither one of them is like the greatest writer. But if we're going punchlines, I like K-Shine's punchlines better. I like K-Shine's performance better. But I like Tay-Rock's passion and energy and will to win. And that probably is the key for Tay-Rock, is to show the will and the desire to win this battle. Y'all first one was so close. One of y'all got to make this where it ain't close this time. You know what I'm saying? It could very well end up being another debatable battle. But, you know, hey, K-Shine needs to be probably the A-verb K-Shine, where he's performance with bars, and that K-Shine is very dangerous, kind of tough to beat. Tay-Rock, I would like to see a Tay-Rock that battle Ill Will, or the Tay-Rock that battle Charlie Clips the second time. And if we get those versions of each battler, this could be a potential classic, potential battle of the night. Let me make sure I'm not missing a battle before I move on to Goods and Cassidy, main event. Of course, you can't. No, I think that about covers it. Goods and Cassidy. Cassidy has talked this into being one of the most anticipated battles of all time, like nearly on his own. And you see a lot of the battlers on the card catching flack for their lack of promotion. Cassidy's getting a lot of praise because Cassidy has promoted this card to be, or he promoted his battle with Goods, and he's talking like he's the GOAT, the 5,000-0 or 1 or whatever it is. He's really running with that, and his confidence is something that we need in battle rap. We need somebody to talk that shit. We need somebody to talk fucking crazy. The way Cassidy's talking, that's how battle rappers need to feel about themselves. Like, if you can't show where he lost, then that's his point. His point is, if you can't show me where I lost, then what the fuck is we talking about? He's saying, nigga, I beat Disaster. Y'all picked him. That's who they picked. I got him up out of there. You know, Jay-Z and them or whatever, y'all picked Freeway. I got him up out of there. Now y'all pick Goods. And this Saturday, he's trying to get Goods the fuck up out of there. They're kind of building this as the battle rap culture versus the industry. I don't know why they would do that, because Cassidy came from battle rapping. He came from battle rapping. His reputation was a battle rapper. Even when he was on the mixtapes, he was spitting battle rap type verses. So I don't think this is the same thing as Goods versus Nas or Jay-Z or Future. That's where you could say battle rap versus the industry, the music industry. But this is kind of like a battle rapper who got into the music industry but still was always a battler. So I don't look at it like that. Goods, one of those guys that's very tough to beat. It's very tough to beat Goods, clearly, because it seems like no matter what approach or angle you have for Goods, it's just not enough. With him, he told y'all I could win 3 rounds off Swagger alone. He said that shit, and he spoke. I mean, he was only speaking the facts. Like, you can have the best bars in the world, but if Goods has a great defense, but there's chinks in his armor that Cassidy should take advantage of. You know what I'm saying? There's the weak spot. I don't know about if it's smart for Cassidy to attack Goods' starter or try to attack him in a different way to get him upset. But if you're Cassidy, just punching, I don't know if that definitely can win, but I don't know if it's going to win this battle. I think Cassidy's going to have to show other facets of his writing, because just to keep it real, we haven't seen Cassidy in a lot of battle settings, and this is probably like the first time he's on like a big stage. Like I saw him on the big stage in Los Angeles. It didn't work out well for him. They booed him. It didn't. Him and Disaster had to finish the battle the next day in the parking garage, and then when he battled Freeway, that was in the studio. So Cassidy don't have the same level of stage experience as Goods, and Goods is gonna have to take advantage of that. So what Cassidy's gonna have to do is maintain his composure. If a bar don't hit, if a bar don't land, same thing I was saying about Twerk. If it don't land, just keep going. Just keep going. Don't get frustrated. Don't look at the crowd and say y'all bugging, y'all wilding, y'all hating, y'all don't want me to win, y'all want me to lose. Don't look at the crowd. Don't do that. Just keep rapping. Earn their respect. Make them remind niggas why you was one of the most feared battlers in history, in this modern era, you know, or in the past when you first got on the scene. You know, just remind them of that guy. But you may need to add something else other than the bars. Goods, obviously this ain't a battle where you want to punch it out with Cassidy. You know, I don't think you want to show that, hey, I can rap too. Like, we know you can rap, but this ain't the battle for that, Goods. I don't want you going in there trying to prove that you got punchlines too. Same thing I was saying about T-Top. Like, just do what you've been doing and you should be fine. Cassidy, you might need to add a few more things. And what I'm hearing is, oh, Cassidy gonna come with these old played out punchlines, this old style. He gonna be rapping like he on a mixtape and they gonna start booing. Hey, we don't know that yet. We don't know that. Get a guy a chance. Let y'all. It's like y'all already trying to like put a loss on him already before he even start rapping. So let's see what he has to say first, and let's see if his style works in this modern era. Cause I can tell you right now, I don't think Cassidy's punchlines are going to be more intricate or more creative than Rum Nitty's punchlines. And I'm not being biased. I'm just saying, from the way Cassidy structures his punches, the way he sets up his bars, and the way Rum Nitty does it on a night in, night out basis, is just two different levels of intricacy there. There's different layers and hidden meanings to Rum Nitty's punches. And in fact, that's the battle that I wanted to see on this card in the first place. I wanted to see Rum Nitty versus Cassidy. Once they announced Cassidy, when it was smacking, Cassidy was on the elevator and said, yeah, we about to announce Cassidy's coming to URL, blah, blah, blah. When they did that video, I automatically just knew it was Rum Nitty. I was like, oh, he battling Nitty. He battling Nitty or Conceited. That was my thing. I felt it only made sense to put Cassidy in there with another puncher. And this is why this battle may wind up being a preference or debatable battle, because what's going to happen is if Cassidy spits a bunch of dope-ass punchlines and Goods is spitting a bunch of funny angles and jokes and real-life street talk, it's a divide. Like, some people like what Cassidy does and some people like what Goods does, and how can you really determine a winner unless one of them chokes or just clearly loses? And I don't see that happening on either side. This is, I mean, like, I think Chris Brown gonna be there. I seen him in the studio with Surf talking about the battle. I feel like some NFL players, NBA players gonna be there. Mega stars around the world is gonna be watching this battle in particular. Cassidy has generated so much hype with just word of mouth, just the way he talked, his confidence exudes. And in fact, a lot of people had Goods winning the battle prior to Cassidy's promotion. And Cassidy has talked his way into getting people to change their pick. And now I see a lot of people riding with Cassidy on this one. It's very divided, very interesting, but that's why we watch battle rap. That's what makes battle rap exciting, is not knowing what's going to happen, not knowing who's going to win. I would have loved to have been in the building myself. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but I will be battling myself that day, April 27th. Body Bag Battle League, 3BL. Shout out to Bills. Shout out to J. Rome. Listen, Danny Myers versus Mac Myron is going down. Mac Myron, one of the fiercest punchliners out there. You already know what I do with these punches and bars. It's gonna be a bar fest. Our event is definitely being overshadowed by, what's gonna be bigger than Cassidy. You know what I'm saying? So you got Cassidy and Goods battle, same fucking weekend as Avengers. You know what I'm saying? What kind of shit is that? Like, I like this weekend. I wanted to just watch the resolution and then go to the movies and watch Avengers. That's what would have happened if you know, in a perfect world, you know what I'm saying, in a parallel universe, that's what would have happened. Unfortunately, I have to work on that day, so I gotta kind of miss I gotta like get updates on Twitter, you know what I'm saying, and then, you know what I'm saying, not go see Avengers. I gotta be thinking of my rhymes for Mac Myra. I gotta rap, like I gotta work. But anyway, me and Mac Myra is gonna be fire, and I believe that we might be the sleeper battle of that whole weekend. So y'all stay tuned for updates on that. You know, I'm pretty sure you'll be hearing about it. You'll be getting tweets all over the place about me and Mac's bars. Stay tuned for that one. I know y'all seen the announcement, me versus Disaster going down May 19th, Oakland. Hey, listen, man, this ain't about me. I'll talk about that one later. But anyway, thanks for rocking with me. We'll be back. More content coming soon.